we have another team which have undoubtedly had the best car. They've had lightning, quick, fast, blistering pace. I mean, I've been seeing this car orange team and I've been shivers down my spine. So, the team we're talking about here, if you aren't already in the know, is the Papaya outfit. Where are they based? The walking-based outfit.
You know,
McLaren.
When Lando overtook Max in Silverstone, I knew it was over.
Oh, jolly! Now that you've brought it up,
and I,
now that
as in you're watching something helpless and you're saying, now PS3 is also coming.
Hey man,
that was a very controversial moment. By the way, I don't know if you guys were scrolling through your socials during that time when the events of Max and Lando were happening. I don't know if you
I was watching the race. I didn't go to the socials.
It was a really controversial moment because guys were like, okay, there was a camp of Max, and there was the other camp of like Lando, you know, and I don't know where to fall in.
Wait, and after that, the rain started coming. The Mercedes went off a bit, and then it was a 1-2 McLaren.
I mean, these McLarens have been looking. Listen, I don't even know how to put it.
It's a fast car.
I think they're beyond reach for us at this point.
Ferrari?
Yeah, for Ferrari. I think they're beyond reach. I think the only guys, even I don't think Red Bull can actually hang with them at this point.
Yeah, okay. I looking at how Silverstone went down, I'd say yes. Yeah,
the changing conditions.
But if you also look at the updates or the changes that people brought to their cars for this particular weekend, McLaren and Mercedes brought circuit-specific packages. As in, this is not a package that you slap on this car at Monza and expect it to perform the same. This is a package that was built for Silverstone.
Home win.
I'll take you back to Ferrari Monza last year. Remember, they also came
package
with a Monza
specific,
package.
Yeah, they came with a specific.
That was a
winning
package
in
to kill everyone. As in, it's either a DNF or it's either a win or a DNF. There's nothing in the middle.
Mambo ni mawili.
Yeah.
Mambo ni mawili. Now this year we have 2 other races whereby we are bringing circuit-specific packages.
Where?
Yeah, Monza pale na Singapore. Singapore.
By the with the way this year is going, Naitangwaje, Charles winning in Monaco, which he wasn't, like, he normally doesn't win there.
There was no race there.
And Max not winning in Austria. Like, I expected Max to win in Austria.
So what are you trying to say?
You see the norms you're used to. Like, you're there flexing, waiting for Singapore. Ngoja.
Fun fact.
This year is throwing.
Fun fact. Let me throw this in there. We've had 6 different winners so far. In the past 12 races. We're halfway through the calendar year or the race calendar year. And what's the next race? Hungary. Now, how many wins does Hamilton have in Hungary? Let me break your hearts.
How many?
8.
And with this Mercedes, we know Mercedes have been performing well at Hungary. Hamilton could be the first driver to have.
Pole 105 win 105.
Actually, his first win in Mercedes was in Hungary.
Break my heart. Break their hearts. Hey, why are you breaking my heart? I said a win for Hamilton is a win for
Wait, let's come back to
McLaren. Back to McLaren.
So, figure out.
Quick one. Sorry, we digressed a bit. Lando and Max at Austria. What did you make of it?
That was explosive, wasn't it?
What did you make of it?
The incident, or even a few laps before the. First of all, that was a racing incident.
He's a Max Verstappen fan,
Bring
so
all the smoke. Bring all the smoke.
You're entitled to your own opinion.
Yeah, that was a racing incident. Yes, Max had a part to play. He steered a little bit to the left. But guys who've played racing games, you know, if you have a tight corner, you open up your steering wheel a little bit to get that corner right. And the guys were saying, Max left some space. Well, he came a little bit to the left. Lando was entitled to that space. He was not, and he shouldn't have moved, or he's not supposed to move even a centimeter to the left to avoid Max. But then again, you also have to ask yourself, if you're the driver who is in a faster car, yeah, you are in a position make, as in to not make such silly mistakes that are going to take this potential win away from you.
Yes.
And I'll allow me to draw some parallels to Max, like last year and even 2022. Whenever he had anyone who was challenging him and he knew he had the quicker car, he was like, I won't even make the move. I'll just let you be, then I'll overtake you somewhere else. So for me, it was a racing incident, and I think, yes, Max had a part to play, but also Lando was a bit impatient. Like, come on, bro, you had a faster car. You just can't keep on dive bombing all the time, and then what on a Guzana, and then you're like, I demand an apology. Like, come on.
You know that meme of I think it's Harry Potter and Tom and Jerry. So Harry Potter.
What? There's a meme.
Yeah. Okay,
both of them together.
Yeah. So Harry Potter and they're driving a car, a flying car. Then they look at their rearview mirror, and behind them it's Tom, the cat from Tom and Jerry, with a very fast car, and he's coming, and he has an evil grin towards them. I think that's who Lando is right now. He's actually the great Grim Reaper. He's actually the great Grim Reaper. And on that incident, firstly, we've seen Charles versus Max. We've seen Hamilton versus Max. And now we're getting to see Lando versus Max. We've always asked ourselves these questions. Who can actually push Max to the limits? Who can actually race? Who can actually go toe-to-toe with Max? Because one thing we know for sure about Max Verstappen is Max Verstappen, he's a bona fide racer. He's not going to give it to you easy. You're going to have to fight for that win if you're going to win.
So, yeah.
He's not going to give it to you. You're going to have to take it. And I think that's what Lando was going for. And there was a penalty included somewhere, yeah?
For Max, two penalty points.
I don't think the penalty was
Lando also
necessary.
had a 5-second penalty.
I don't think the penalty was necessary because if I'm not wrong, Charles talked about it and he said he also ran Max off the track at that specific corner 2 years back. That's back in 2022. I agree with you on Lando being impatient. I think Lando had the faster car and there was another opportunity for him because there were still 2 laps to go. There would have been another opportunity for him to actually, take the win from Max because Max was leading at this point in time. Now, I want to bring your attention to another thing from the incident because it was just a slight collision and it caused a puncture for Max.
Both Lando and Max at that point in time, yeah.
But in real time, what we saw was Max's tire getting a puncture first. So there has been talk of that McLaren front wing. And we have to discuss it.
Mad Max. Mad Max.
We have to talk about it.
Okay, before let me share how I saw it in that Nini. I'll agree with you. It's a racing incident.
Yeah.
And there are rules, like if you were to follow the rules, leaving a car space, yes, Max did move a bit, but as you said, for people who race,
No more smoke.
for people who race, there's like sort of, let's say, culture of how they do it. Like the way Max went to defend and then tried to open the corner. He left a car's width in the sense that if you ignore the white line, there was room.
The track limits line.
Yeah, there was. Even if you saw how Fernando was doing in turn 1, not even be talking.
Master of the dark arts.
Yeah. So, like, there was... So for me, it's a racing incident. And what I wanted to say is that for these races, as we watch them, these things have happened, will happen, and will continue to happen. This is not the last time Max and Lando will collide. It will happen again. These are racing drivers. They want to win. They will do... Once they close that helmet, the visor, it's every man for himself. Yeah. You're going out, do whatever it takes to win. And when it comes to winning, as we are talking about McLaren, they haven't somehow been able to fulfill those 3 things that you talk about when you want to win a race. Like making those stupid mistakes, the strategy not being on any. That small thing, like in Silverstone, we saw the strategy. Those small things are the ones that are not making it.
There's a saying. Sorry if I've interjected you. There's a saying. Success is opportunity meeting preparation. Yeah. Is the wise man, Success
that's
is
why
opportunity meeting preparation. Now, McLaren have both ingredients, but they're lacking at one side. Now, for them to be successful, they have the opportunity because Red Bull aren't what they were last year or the year before. So they have the opportunity. Now, how prepared are they? How prepared are they? Because as things stand, they are favorites to win the Constructors' Championship. I know there was a point in time earlier this year, I was like, hey, the Constructors' Championship is going to Maranello.
But we told
But
you.
being objective...
We told you.
Hey,
We told you.
being objective... it's for McLaren to lose. And now it begs the question. It's been such a long time since McLaren... Actually, they haven't won the championship this decade. The Constructors' Championship. I mean, this millennium. They haven't won it. The last time they won a Constructors' Championship was back in the 90s. I think 99 or 98. No, 98. 98 when Mika Hakkinen was world champion. 99 he was also world champion. 98 was the last time they won because in 99 Ferrari won the Constructors' Championship. Now, it's been close to, 24 years? Do you think it's a situation whereby they are even surprised to find themselves in this situation? Because the calls they made at Silverstone...
Questionable, man.
Hey, I was wondering, have these guys hired our guys? Have they hired our guys? What's going on?
Someone called them the English Ferrari.
By the way, I got the radio transcript for before that pit stop to dry tires after the wet tires.
The Lando one.
For Lando, Hamilton, and Max.
Okay. And it's really interesting when you're making these calls because McLaren should have used this triple header to get as maximum points as they possibly can.
So what happened when you look at the transcript of Hamilton and Max, Max knew he was going for hard tires, like straight away. I think they got that data from Checo because Checo had run a hard tire earlier. Mm-hmm. And Mercedes knew they were going for the soft tires, like even before. So Lando, the confusion came. Lando was asked, you go for softs to cover Hamilton or hards to cover Max, or we go with mediums like Piastri. But you see, for a racing driver, he knows he is chasing Hamilton. So when they mentioned softs to cover Hamilton, that term obviously triggered him to say he wants softs. And he was given softs. But he wasn't like running on clean air and also...
Yeah, and Silverstone is a high degradation circuit.
Yeah.
So you that's where the error came. And maybe you can expound more on in terms of like, we see how winning a race, how hard it is winning a race. And even we see how Max is able to win races that he's not even supposed to win.
Yeah.
It's because of strategy.
Yeah, and also being smart enough with your decisions and knowing when to gamble and when not to gamble.
Hey, bro, they shafted Piastri.
I think he lost 13 seconds.
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
That's criminal.
He lost 13, that
is
15
criminal.
seconds.
And these guys are expected to win the Constructors' Championship when they're shafting their second driver like that?
And Zach Brown was asked in the radio before about double stacking. He said very well, like if they are going to lose a lot of time in double stacking, he's going to do one more lap. But if they are going to save time by double stacking, they will double stack.
Listen,
But
I
stack.
said this and I said this before. Zach Brown shouldn't be in that conversation. They should be talking to Andrea Stella. He's the one who should be in that conversation.
No, they should bring back Dennis. What was he called?
Who?
Dennis.
Dennis.
The team principal during
Ron Dennis.
Bring back Ron Dennis to McLaren.
On the Max Verstappen beat,
He'll come and take Hamilton.
You said something about the Max Verstappen beat, and credit where credit is due. The female race engineer, you know her. I don't really know her name. Her name keeps sleeping.
Who? From which team?
Red Bull. Yeah.
Anna, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to
So Hannah was actually also on Max Verstappen's bandwidth. She was also there, and she was like, you know what? This is actually the proper choice to go. And when Max was taking the gamble, I don't want to say it's courtesy of Anna, but she had a role to play in that. And Max Verstappen would have gotten away with murder if the stars had aligned for him.
Bruh, if Max had like 2 more laps.
I wondered, how does it feel? Like you are racing somebody, you're trying to catch up, you're doing your best, but you're seeing the rate at catching up, you'll run out of laps.
I mean,
He finished 1.4 seconds behind.
It's like chasing something you'll never get.
Yes.
It's like chasing something you'll never get. I mean,
but you're
just
still doing
hopeful.
it because the guy in front, like Vettel, your guy did in Canada 2011.
I mean, I don't know if either of you, I think everybody has been in that moment in a makeshift way, chasing something you know you're not going to get. But you're chasing it, being optimistic and being hopeful that the guy who's actually ahead will actually blunder, will make a mistake.
It's
So
only
you're
a
chasing
mistake.
You're
It's only a
chasing it
mistake.
with faith.
Hey,
You're not
Hamilton
chasing it with faith.
had it on lock, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, Hamilton.
As in, it's like his car had like 0 tire.
let me be honest.
Lando was falling off.
Let me be honest with
but
you.
Hamilton's pace was just constant.
I
As
think-
in, was keeping that gap
I
between
think
him and
Hamilton
Max.
visited somebody over the weekend because
Why?
I'm not being superstitious, but
No, just do you, man.
but he was looking comfortable. One, and the events of the race, because Hamilton wasn't the favorite to win. Now look at all the favorites. Something was going on with them.
What do you mean? What do you mean Hamilton wasn't the favorite?
And now for Mercedes, George was already on pole. Now
So you're talking favorites being George and Lando.
between the two Mercedeses, George was looking faster than Hamilton before his incident. He
Just
would have won.
qualifying, only qualifying.
Yeah, only qualifying.
But on the race at the end of that first
And
stint,
wet race,
Hamilton was
way
coming for
faster.
George's
I
back.
mean, look, I haven't seen a race where Hamilton has won ahead of George. I mean, George has been having this thing where he's been beating Hamilton on track for a few races now, and I expected the same to continue.
I don't think so.
Now,
Silverstone
no,
Hamilton
hear
was
me out.
going to beat George.
Hear me out.
I
was
said
going to be-
Hamilton
Yeah.
has been on the podium for 10 years.
Bruh, that experience counts for something.
Hear me out. I'm not saying
And also
George is
he
better
ran-
than Hamilton or anything
He ran,
like that. I'm
he
just
ran- he
saying,
ran a bigger wing.
if George did not DNF, I think George would have beat Hamilton. That's all I'm saying.
No.
Now, okay, let me finish.
The bigger wing he ran, he had more grip. You see, when he trained, he overtook Russell very easily.
Now,
And by the way, even before it started raining in that first stint, Hamilton was like a few tenths away from George.
now let me.
No,
let
he
me-
was coming back.
Let me finish.
Yes.
I was talking about how everything was just looking Hamilton's way. Now with Piastri, we already know what happened with him, and we know what happened with the
But also
McLaren.
Piastri was coming for Lando, bro. After it was 0.6 seconds before McLaren decided not to double stack.
Wow.
Yeah, Max Verstappen.
Piastri would have beaten Lando.
Max Verstappen.
Actually, Lando, I mean, Piastri has more points in the triple header than Lando. Because of the retirement.
DNF.
The DNF in
Serves you
Austria.
right, Lando.
Now, Max Verstappen qualified below Hamilton, so there was absolutely no way he was getting Hamilton because Hamilton's car was visibly faster.
Hey, bro, those two boys. George and-
But Max took Lando in opening lap.
yeah, he did. He got a position, yeah.
Yeah. So, but anyway, all I'm trying to say is things were looking right for Hamilton that day, and again, success, opportunity, meeting preparation. Hamilton was prepared.
Yep.
He was prepared to the bone marrows.
Yep.
He was there. Alikuwa gangare.
Yep.
Na alisema this win naanguka nayo. So
Anguka na
sema hii win. Mtati.
one leg.
Yeah, sorry, just some light banter there. Now, we were talking about the Red Bulls.
I have one more here of how hard it is to beat Max, even if you have a fast car. So, since including Miami, Max has outscored Lando by 32 points. And within all that time, Lando has had a fast car. So it adds to the point about, like, you really need to get everything in your house in order to win.
Yeah.
Just having a fast driver and a fast car, even fast pit stop,
Not enough.
not enough.